All right, let's do this. Today, put on 2 trades and had some business to do, attend to. So I still have many things to do. I had to cut trading session short by 1 hour. I decided at the start of previous week that I will be doing trades until 12, and if I start at 8, that's good. However, I have looked at this back and forth now for like 2 weeks, and you know, the volume and the proper signals that have been starting now. Looking at the numbers, looking at the statistics, they have been starting. If I align my sessions with what I see on Forex Factory, so it now means that trading should start at 9 and should end at 12 my time, and that coincides with Frankfurt start, and that's those first 3 hours. And I have not been looking a lot at New York session, but similar story would be there. I would align with the session today. Today I want to go over some ideas. I have since a long time automated trades on CTrader, my account there. And if we go to CTrader, I notice I'm hiding like the top and the bottom. This is because I want to hide the account numbers, right? To make it simple for me, because I'm just gonna scroll through windows now, several things. And let's go to CTrader and let's go and see if we can do this. So we minimized here, and hopefully this works. Yeah, we are now. This is CTrader, right? So if we're on 5 minutes, I took a trade here short, for example. If I was short here, sell. Oh, it's a stop. This is a bad example because the market is over. We need to. I was short here, but let's go over the trades later. Let's do something else. Let's do this. Zoom out. Let's say I want to short here, sell limit, right? And I can make a stop. I just put it up here. See, stop is here, entry is there, short, right, and my TP is there. Cool, right? Nothing fancy about that. And once filled, to do the adjustments that run server side, and these automatic adjustments, they run on server side, on CTrader, on Trade08, and they do not run on server side on MetaTrader, right? So keep that in mind. I know this, and have to learn the hard way. Okay. Yeah. So if I have this position on, I can simply double click this, and it's not live now, so I can't reset it. Whatever. So if this position was live, I could simply double click this. There's a shield next to it, and I simply click on the shield, enter the amount of pips where I want, if I want the stop to be moved to in my favor, and it will be moved at the entry at a certain point. This is the method I use a lot. And also, if I want to partial out, there's a menu to the left for partialing out. Yeah, nothing spectacular about that, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Numbers are straight on the screen. Just double click the order that is filled, the shield that is next to the order. That's where you enter the menus. Simple. Yeah, so back to organizing this. Cool, we're gonna use this, probably not today, but because, yeah. How do we do this? Let's go to Trade08. It's fairly complicated, right? Trade08, you're here. You need to get this menu up. Buy, sell, bid, whatever this menu is. You need to find it. You need to press... oh, I don't actually remember how to get that number. The menu to show up. It's called Trade Menu. One of these buttons on the side. They show the menu. And to access the automated systems, you press... the round thing, and so I have created several ones, right? Several things, and so if I press the setting thing, I use for this one, for example, I call it dynamic trade plus 25, set to ticks because I have my trading view set to ticks as well, and if the order does not have a stop, I do believe it will add a stop at 20 automatically if I use this, but my orders do have stops. So that's disregarding that. So this function will start working if profit is 25. Profit trigger, right? It will set my profit to 1, meaning it will move my stop associated with the order that is filled. So I have 1 in profit. Furthermore, because it's using the system AB plus AT, meaning auto break plus auto trail, this particular one does that. That's the menu down here below. This is the trailing part. So once this is triggered, notice this is the same number, 25, 25, right? Okay. Once this is triggered, stop loss will be 24. It triggers as 25, so that's the same. I keep 1 in profit, right? Frequency means that for every 10, it will adjust. So for another 25 plus 10, I will then have a stop of 24 after price. So every 10, adjust it again. So it will jump in these ladder kind of steps. I have other systems as well. I mean, I did create other ones, just simple Dyna trail. And these ones, I made this AFK trail. If I need to go to some meeting, I just click this AFK trail. And it should help me out. If price is in the right spot and I'm not there, it should help me out. So basically, get me out of problems. And this 25, or this plus 5 is simply get me out, which I use today. So 25, this one I use, disregard this. At 5, win, set stop to 1. And at 5, set stop to -4, meaning 1. And every 10, move it. And yeah. So that's how I get out today. I did move it manually, but I did have this active. So anyway, cancel. So now it's set to Dyna trail, and you have to create this model on each of the. Notice I have the 6E, J, and B active. That's because I trade those symbols during the morning, because I find that ES and NQ moves with low volume during that time. And to be completely honest, I tried to find DAX, I tried to find FTSE and some others, and I couldn't. It didn't look good. There was a lot of gaps in price, and I didn't really move. I didn't like it. This I find works, so I stick to this. And yeah, should be good. And yeah, so remember also this button if you're using Tradeovate. This is very important. Exit at market and Excel. This one. If you press this, it means everything you have on, all pendings, all limits, all positions is removed. You can also check. I have this window down here, positions. I don't think this is default setting, but the window of positions, I can see I have bought 3, I have sold 3, and I am 0, 0, 0. I have no risk on table, no pendings, no nothing, and these are my these are the tickers. Yeah, so it's fine for now. I need to do other things, and I'm gonna leave Tradeovate. And now we're gonna go to MetaTrader. I've been using MetaTrader for a long time, right? So this is done. I'm just gonna double check. 3, 0. Okay, yeah. I just like to double check because this is my competition account at Apex, right? Okay, and we don't need this, and never mind that. And yeah, so trading view, MetaTrader. Okay, MetaTrader. This is number 5. 4 is fairly similar. Some functions are not available on 5. Let's get water because I've been to the gym for 2 hours and I'm a bit, yeah. Let's get water. All right. And here we see something similar that I use on TradingView, and also I have found one indicator that draws the boxes of the sessions for me, and I adjusted and double checked them so that they align with sessions. So what they do is, you see, there's a new day, and this is Tokyo, London currently, and then New York, and yeah, etc. Right? And you can if you remove this, you can scroll that freely, right? I like to keep it this way. And yeah, so if I want to place a limit on MT4 or MT5, all I do is, for example, we switch here, I want to enter here. This is some position I would enter perhaps today if I was there. Remember, I cut my position short, and let's say specified, actually let's say just today, and boom, scroll inside of these, and 9, and TP could be perhaps 50, and just modify like this, boom, for example, right? Perhaps I would be in this position today if I was entering. Yeah, okay. And so this is a limit set to enter the market short. And if I want to use a dynamic trail, remember, MetaTrader 5, 4, the Dynatrail function, very basic, is it's controlled by the client. Meaning, if I close this program, if I close my computer, if I run out of power or internet, function doesn't run. Okay, good. And to access the function, the limit is here. The limit has been set to live for 1 day. And if I want to, I right click Dynatrail, these numbers, and I just press the custom normally and just enter the measured number, which I find using the cross, and I can just measure like, oh, let's say I want to enter limit here. If price crosses, I don't know, whatever, let's see, for example's sake, something that works, right? This low here, close to my exit, right? We come to this position here. I draw a line. You see the second number in the box? It says 186. 186, right? That's the number I'm going to use. Trailing stop, custom 186. That means 18 pips. You see here. And if I do that, it means that if price comes to this level, consider the bid-ask price as well, bid-ask spread. But if it comes to this level, the stop will start moving from here and follow down. It will not do this. Okay? Yeah, that's how to do that. So let's now look at some trades from today, because I have things to do. Okay, yeah, trading view, good. Okay, we can start with yen. Remember, this is a futures symbol, so this chart is upside down. The pound and the euro is not. They are in the correct order. Let's see, we can remove, do we have any alerts? No, we don't even have alerts. Good, 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 good. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we got here Asia high, price comes through Asia high, and I noticed this level here. And yeah, so if you're familiar with my model, model B entry would be on this box bar right here. Targeting the low would be this right here. This would be the target, as you can see with this tool. Stop would be above here, as you can see with the tool. And so yesterday I decided that, you know, I'm gonna use model A only because better are. And model A entry would be here, because this place on the chart I saw a gap, and yeah, I didn't get filled, but hey, that's what happens if you use model A. Model B, notice this is 2.9 to almost 3R, and if I use model B, I would enter like this, it would be 1.7. You understand the difference? I put limits to enter here, similar on my other accounts, on several of my accounts, and I did. I was not filled on any of them, and I used this this later level, as I had a notification set here, and I also programmed the system to, when we get to here, it should make me in profit. Boom, put stop here. And what I would do if I manually trade it, when we get to here, I would see this. I would see, let's say, I would see this. Okay. Then I see, okay, we have a wave at the minimum. I can trail my stop to here. and we fall down. Okay, we have small gap, we have double gap. Okay, I can actually trail to here just to be safe, and we have some cushion. It's fine. Double gaps, I usually consider if the first gap doesn't hold, the second one won't hold either. Meaning, so we have double gaps, the second one should hold, and that means also that we could trail to here. But I would only do that if necessary, last resort kind of thing. So this is double bottom, this is where stop would go, very close to the entry, and that's completely fine. On the FX accounts, at hitting this level, I would most likely close 5% of position, something that I couldn't do on the futures because this trade entered with one singular contract on the 6J, so I couldn't close a partial. I mean, there's no partials to close on that ticker. There may be another ticker that's beyond the scope of this discussion. So that's what I did, and yeah, no fill on this. Yesterday, huge trade on yen. I got out way too early. There was like +5 or to collect. Of course, I didn't get that. I got like 1.8. I guess winning is winning, and a little bit at a time, right? So anyway, no notification here, and then it's already been filled. So after like this, if this is safe, this is locked in, it should fall all the way down. I don't know. And later, looking at this, I got back, so we see like a small move. Doesn't really have strength to go down. So in all honesty, I would probably move stop to here, considering this as a one low and this low and like this. So I would probably be here protecting it with like 0.8 R or something, and just leave it to see if we can hit the level. Most likely that's how I would play this. Yeah, so let's remove it. Actually, I'm gonna keep some of the lines because I'm gonna document this later on. I'm just gonna be like this, and yes, and boom. That's it. Document for later. That's where I wanted to enter on model A. Okay. No. Yes, euro. Okay, this one. I cut my session short at 11. So at this time here, the white bar. And I stop. But I was looking at this in the same way. We breach London and we come back. We needed to go past this. I consider we need to go past this because this was small high. This was small level. This was strong level, and we come up. We need to go past it, and that happened over here. Right there. And so, because we close in the other direction here, the entry could be straight on the box with one of my models, and the retrace model would be, well, a bit more tricky, not that good, but if you look on this, are there any gaps? No. So what do we do if there are no gaps? Well, what's the best gap available? Well, there is none. This is the best gap available. Would I be filled here? I don't know. I don't know if the trade I put on would live that long. But there it is. And if I do this at my entry, and if I do, this is the target previous area low. This is a recent swing that pushed it down because there is nothing really, right? So there's a 1.3. Would I be filled? I don't know. I don't have the trade, whatever. I can't talk some idea of how I could play it, but yeah, I'm done with that. I'm not gonna document this because whatever. And we have the pound. This pound, we had some strong news. I think 4 red news at 1 o'clock. I needed to go, and I know that I was not could be able to pay attention to this, trade it, look at my phone, etc. I need to do some things, and I decided that, you know what, I'm not gonna hold my position into the news, and that turned out to be the right decision. Often that is the right decision. However, the trade was here, so it was not, I mean, fairly weak, right? The pound doesn't really like it, but so I was here. We breach, we go down, we breach one tick of this, we close lower, There's some small gap here, some small gap here. We defeated. I decide to enter here, and later I decided to push the stop manually to +1, and I just left. And I thought, you know what? If I'm lucky, I entered this with 3 contracts because it was quite small. 10, in fact. So 10 to the stop, or I think it was 14 or something. Yeah, anyway, 3 contracts was on this. And I think I entered here and down. It would be nice to get it, but hey. Yeah, so exit at for +1. I'm out for the commission, whatever, and that's it. And that's a trade. There was another very nice trade on the cable the other day on the previous model, and I've been seeing. I mean, the cable yesterday, like the yen, it just moved, right? Look at this yesterday. So we go into the low. We go into the low. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. What is this? It's not really a double. It's not really, but it does switch the power. I mean, on 5 minutes, hard to see. But on like 2 minutes, it's gonna be very ugly now, right? But on 2 minutes, look at this. Now you see it. Maybe. I saw it. On the FX chart, it was solid. So, boom, boom, boom. Double, switch, power. And if we enter, if this was the entry, if this was the stop, look at this. Yeah. Anyway, on that day I entered the yen instead, and we can see. Let's see what we have. Yeah. I entered the yen on 5. Yeah. What day do we have? Let's go. Let's find the correct day. Yeah, here. Right. This is the trade from yesterday, right? This is the aggressive model, right? Stop beneath. TP the high. Not too bad. 1.9. I think I got out somewhere here. Right. Aggressive model, right? Passive model, notice a small gap that creates, we would have to enter here. Look at the R on that, 3.5. And then look how much it actually moved after, like, it's a lot. It's a lot possible. Yeah, and I set the trail to after this, on this particular trade. I said that if we reach this, I'm gonna trail, and I did. So I entered, I was entering like this, I think. And after this one, wait, is this right? Yes, okay. These two is double high. So here I have the risk of 19. And later, when we formed a double level, I push to here and we lower the risk a little bit. And then we have this one and this one. So then I push to here. And also at the same time I moved the stop to here. I noticed that, well, we have double. So I pushed the stop in profit and I left it. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take this at this level here. Very bad idea actually from here. Very, very bad idea because we just absolutely smashed the high, the original TP. And I have to stop doing that. And I've been debating like, okay, what should I put where should I put my TP? Flat 1, 2, right? Because it hits it often. Should I put it at 2? Should I put it at the 1.61 like this, which is like the average of what my trades actually do? They couldn't improve if I do that. I would have to have it a bit higher. 1.7, 1.8, yeah. I might as well put it at 1.2 all the time. If I am correct though, most often price actually goes to the other side. Sometimes it goes even further, but yeah. And like for this example, I noticed this and I noticed this high here. Perhaps, yeah, I wouldn't put the take profit here. I would think, okay, we're going here, we're going to go past it by 1. Stuff like this, right? So at least like this, and you can see clearly that we hit it. Anyway, perhaps it's overfitting, and yeah, I do like the automation because I can't sit here all day and do this stuff. But at least with me somewhat figuring out the trade of 8, how to trail it, I think it will be better. Like this week, Monday, I was at a meeting and I took out positions. 2 of my positions I got. I think I ended the day with plus 1.6 or net. And those 2 positions I closed before the meeting. I closed them because the mobile app Tradeovate, to be completely honest, I don't understand anything. I don't understand how to work it at all. And I couldn't adjust my position through TradingView, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do anything. So I couldn't even push the stop in my favor, and I decided to close positions before the meeting. And 2 hours later, when I could get back to a computer that I could where I could access the positions, well, there was like, instead of me netting 1.7, I would net plus 4. So yeah, but I think hopefully I solved that now with being able to trail somewhat with Tradeovate, thinking that very conservatively it should protect me in the background when I cannot adjust things, and that's my reasoning for the trail. I don't want it to move the stop aggressively. I just wanted to adjust when I cannot be there. That's it. Yeah, that's all I got for today. I've been talking for way too long. Time for some food, and yeah, that's it. All right. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, please post your questions, and I hope you enjoy my ramblings about my trades. See you in the markets.